Logistics kind of inspired me, and I've got a story behind it. So I actually wanted to become a banker. So I pursued Mr. Ramkumar Ramachandran since 2012, as I said, with M+R initially and later with Wisfright. So it's 1 decade with him, and I'm still enjoying. So logistics as an industry has over a period of time evolved a lot. But the solution which we find now is very short-lived. The solution, hence a very inspiring industry. No challenges, no fun, so no happy and a satisfied employee. It's because of the work culture with. So looking at my colleagues grow in their corporate ladder honestly excites me. That is necessary. I don't micromanage, and so when you interview, you know how you behave. I think leadership is all about trust, which is something that you trust people, give them that freedom to work, empower them, and I think a combination of both hard and soft skills are very, very important. I think they can grow faster. Setbacks are actually very essential for anybody, right? If there are no failures. So I cut the day into kind of 4 halves, right? four quarters. You have the good thing about taking a fresher is they come with fresh ideas, great energy, intent to work, and they've got the.
Welcome to the Logistics Spotlight. In today's Spotlight, we have Mr. Prem Kumar with us, Regional Director South, Head Global Ocean Inbound Procurement Wisfright. Hello, sir.
Thank you, Spotlight, for having me here, and sincerely looking forward to this interaction.
Very pleasant to have you today. So first, I would just want to know what are your roots and where do you come from? And what do you think of? What do you think of if I say Mr. Prem Kumar, what do you think? What is the first thing that comes in your mind?
Roots are basically from Coimbatore. I belong to an agriculturist family. So my dad is still an agriculturist, right? So then my education had all been in Coimbatore. Since after my education, I came out of Coimbatore and never returned back. Rather, I go for holiday sake, but never worked in Coimbatore per se. Yeah.
Okay, from agriculture to logistics. So how do you see?
It's my father's passion, but he never let me into agriculture, so I had to get into what I like, right? So logistics kind of inspired me, and I've got a story behind it. So
okay, so I would like to know that story. What sparked your interest in logistics?
All right, so I actually wanted to become a banker. So I pursued BCom as an undergraduation. During the 3rd year of my college, a gentleman from Lakshmi Cargo had come and gave a lecture about logistics and its impact on the supply chain management. That was quite impressive and inspiring. So that, I would say, was the initial spark, and I think I never looked back after that. I pursued my post-graduation in international business, and I also did a diploma in supply chain management in Liba, Chennai. And I joined as a management trainee in Tuticorin in St. John Freight Systems, wherein I was put into various departments like shipping bill, typing, operations, BL preparation, sales and invoicing and so on. So St. John Freight Systems was an institute by itself, and I was very glad that my first company was St. John's, and then I never looked back. So that's a humble beginning, I would say.
Yeah. So it feels like you know what you wanted to do, and you were inspired by someone who just came to give a lecture. So just like your beginning, just like your spark, I would like to know what are the milestones along your professional journey?
Okay, I as I said, I started as a management trainee, and then I was in Tuticorin for about 6.5 years. I left Tuticorin when I was a manager. Then I was in China for about 5.5 years. I was working for an Indian-based NVO company called TransAsia Line, wherein I covered about 6 ports of loading in China. Later, I joined an US-based MNC called Phoenix International, wherein I was the RDM for the India-China trade lane. And since 2012, I'm in India. I'm with Mr. Ramkumar Ramachandran since 2012, as I said, with M+R initially and later with Wisfright. So it's 1 decade with him and I'm still enjoying. So
Okay. So could you enlighten us how many years or decades of experience do you hold?
2.5. 2000 is when I started, so it's 2.5 decades, 25 years of experience.
You must have traveled different countries, different places. So what is the one thing that still inspires you about logistics?
Logistics as an industry has over a period of time evolved a lot, but I would still say it's largely a very unorganized sector, at least in the Indian subcontinent and also in Far East, Eastern places, right? So there are a lot of challenges, and which means there are a lot of solution building that you'll have to do. That's something which kind of inspires me, solution building. The solution which we find now is very short-lived. The solution which we find now will be a niche for about 6 or 7 months, and later it becomes a product of the market. So you'll have to continuously keep evolving yourself, continuously have that hunger to find new solutions and avenues. So that's something is very exciting. The solution you find, you win. That excites me. Yeah.
So you're telling the logistics is a very challenging industry.
It's challenging and hence a very inspiring industry. No challenges, no fun. So it's absolutely a very nice industry to work with.
So you are a person who loves adventures and challenges.
Personally as well as professionally, I like adventures.
Okay. So I believe that you have traveled with a lot of employers in this 2.5 decades that you have traveled. So how does the current employer align with your personal and professional, philosophy?
Okay, not a lot of employers. It's only 5 employers in my total 25 years, right? So, okay, about my current employment, I work for Wisfright, right? So, I feel very excited to go to office every day. That stems from the very reason that I'm a very, very happy and a satisfied employee. It's because of the work culture Wiz has developed as a DNA, plus the growth prospects which the company give you, plus the freedom to work and the empowerment. Yeah, so it's to me it's a great place to work, and it's been 5.5 years with them, and looking forward for many more years with this company.
Okay. So what part of your leadership role or what particular aspect do you find it most rewarding?
All right. So it's always good to see the employees whom you train or work with you grow up in the ladder. I always believe your employee or your team member fails, the failure doesn't 100% go with them. I think 50% lies with the manager. So I'm a little selfish there. So I ensure that I don't allow my colleague to fail, right? And if I make the right effort, and I think the success ratio is much higher. So looking at my colleagues grow in the corporate ladder honestly excites me.
Okay, what motivates you to do that? What keeps you motivated, to motivate others?
You definitely don't need a motivation to motivate others. I think that something is inbuilt. So I'm basically a person who never micromanage. So again, little selfish. If I micromanage, I'll have to spend more time working or not. So I probably when I take somebody, sit with them, understand what are their strengths, set clear expectations, set clear goals, give them freedom to work, and only do course corrections whenever there is necessary. I don't micromanage, and so obviously they put in that extra effort to to do whatever is given to them, or they go that extra mile to ensure the customer satisfaction. So I think overall that motivates me to kind of keep everybody happy.
So I believe that continuous learning and growth is one of the things that leaders aim for. So how do you keep up with that?
See, I believe learning is necessary, and things are changing very fast, right? So learning is very, very important, and I believe in continuous learning, right? And that's the same injection I also give it to my team members. I kind of select the horses for the courses. For example, a great salesman can be a pathetic operations guy. A brilliant operation person will be a bad customer service guy. So look at the guy's passion. When you interview, you know how he behaves. So you select horses for the courses, train them wherever they need, and then, for example, the procurement guys are over a period of time sent to attend international networking events like WC or JC Trans, where they get to have this overseas exposure, meet overseas partners, understand the terrain, the challenges, and the avenues of making money, and so on. So that's a kind of exposure that we also kind of give to the people in Westfry.
So what do you enjoy most about your current role and responsibilities?
Okay, so it's just that being 1 year I've been the director for the South one. Earlier I was heading the global inbound procurement, right? So I would say a bigger market, bigger reach, bigger challenges, bigger solutions, bigger success. So yeah, simple.
Okay, so whenever the title gets bigger, everything else gets bigger.
Yeah, the responsibility gets bigger. It's very challenging, so you tend to challenges are very interesting. So the more challenges, the more fun. So I take it that way, and I think it's working for me.
Okay. So what is your personal philosophy towards your leadership style or how successful you are?
I am very honest and transparent, and I have that empathy towards the employees, and I'm also very decisive when it comes to taking decisions at some point in time. So I would say I get to get the confidence of the people by showing them that I kind of really care for them, really care for the growth. And I think there is large reciprocation when you start giving them first, and when they start trusting you. I think leadership is all about trust, which is something I learned from the bosses of my in my career. So I think it's all about trust. The trust factor, I'm very, I would say, put that emphasis on trust everywhere. I tell people that what is important for me is trust, and I build trust with the employees, and I also expect the trust. So once you start giving them initially the trust, I think there is a lot more reciprocation from the other side. And when you have a happy team, that makes a happy customer, right? So it's honestly very easy. It's not very difficult. It's just that you have to ensure that you trust people, give them that freedom to work, empower them, and I think everything falls in place. So I wouldn't call it a style, but I think it naturally comes to me.
Okay. So this is one of the biggest evolving industry, and a lot of people still don't know a lot of things about this industry. So what do you think are some of the hard or soft skill that a person needs to get inside the industry?
See, I think not only this industry, for any industry, you need to have a mix of both hard and soft skills, right? Hard skills are something you can learn and through trainings or whatever. Soft skills are something you are born and like your ability to mingle with people. You're an introvert, an extrovert. That's all the soft skills. So if you're in sales, I think the soft skill of mingling with people and interacting with people, those are the soft skills which is necessary. And of course the hard skills of knowing the business by going the hard way. So I think any industry for that matter, leave out logistics, I think a combination of both hard and soft skills are very, very important.
As a leader or as a person, people likes to read a lot of books. Do you enjoy reading books?
I do enjoy a lot of books. I'm more a fiction reader, not majority into the leadership. I do read few, but I'm more into the fiction.
Okay, can you suggest us or tell us any book that you really enjoyed?
about the leadership ones or generally? Okay, so I like the beyond beyond your comfort zone by Steve Waugh. That's quite kind of inspiring. So books gives me a certain bit of direction, but I don't follow blindly. But yeah, Steve Waugh's book was quite inspiring.
Okay. So, as your story suggests, you are a person, you were inspired by, another person who gave, lecture, or you took points from them. So, how do you think you create an impact on people who want to come inside this industry?
For them to grow in this industry? Okay, so I would say I've took 25 years to reach this position. I honestly feel I'm very late. I think with the new age people coming in, I think with the energy levels they have and the access to the information and so on, I think if they have the right intent and notion to work hard, this industry has got plenty to offer, right? 25 years, I've still not learned enough, meaning there are lots and lots to learn. But the people who was coming in right now, I think they're coming in a lot more energy, lot more information, lot more data in hand. At that point in time, when we started the career, it was not like that. You'll have to go search somewhere. Now it's all a click of a button, right? So it's even more easier and faster. I think the people with the right intent who comes into this industry will definitely grow, right?
Okay, as you were inspired by someone in the young age to come inside logistics, how do you think that you can inspire the young generation who want to come inside the industry and become successful?
Okay, so it took 25 years for me to reach this position, right? So I already think it's too late for this. The time which I've taken to reach this position is actually late. I think with the younger generation who has got access to the information, right, and access to the datas, if they have the right intent, I think they can grow faster. I think the first 10 to 12 years of the career of anybody, I think it's the prime time of them. If they put in that extra hours, if they work hard for the first, I would say 7 to 12 years, right? That will take them from the 45 to 60. If they take it easy in the first 7 to 12 years, they may probably come up in the ladder, but they might not be able to sustain for a longer period of time. So whoever comes in now, I be prepared to slog for the first few years, and then I think you will have it nicely for the rest of your career, right? So that's my humble advice. Maybe right or maybe wrong, so I leave it to the crowd to take it.
Okay, so you might have faced a lot of setbacks or struggles. So how do you bounce back from those?
See, setbacks are actually very essential for anybody, right? If there are no failures, you never know the taste of success. So I like setbacks. So whenever I have a setback, I come sit back, relax, prepare myself, and then go back harder. And I'll definitely succeed also. So that has been a pattern. So generally I don't get bogged down by any setbacks or whatever. So just that I retreat, and then bounce back harder to get it done.
So can you share with us one incident that you remember? It was very challenging, but came out good for you. A learning experience or anything?
Okay, so I would quote a recent one. I mean, it's been quite a few, but then I will probably quote a recent one. We were handling a big integrated power plant in Andhra. So, and there was a rigid, delivery time. So there were like 1,500 tons of air freight and then about 7,000 TEUs of container cargo, which has to be bought. The air freight cargo has to be bought in, say, less than 4 weeks, and then and the sea freight cargo had to be completed, installed in 6 months' time. That was quite challenging because to get space for 1,500 tons in 4 weeks' time is quite challenging. And adding to the challenge was our scope was end to end, right? Meaning pick up from the supplier's factory to the delivery point. We also undertook the scope of unloading at the destination. So it was a big chain, very challenging. That's when I spent that extra hours for a few days, but then I think it was it was a great achievement by itself when we completed and everybody, kind of got up and clapped. It was a war room kind of a thingy. I think after 6 months, I think we came out very successful. So we initially thought it's going to be a setback because every you put one step forward, I usually get 2 steps backward. So we kept pushing forward. We found avenues, and then we managed to do it. We then decided, when we have a goal to achieve, we always have a plan A, plan B, plan C, and all were firm. So once it failed, and we didn't have to go sit back again and redraw on the board, right? So we already had plans in place. So when plan A failed, we looked at plan B. When plan B failed, we looked at plan C. End of the day, it was very, very challenging. Lot of setbacks, but then end of 6 months, we came out very successful. Customers very happy. And already got a repeat order. So yeah.
That must have inspired you to take a lot of challenges and believe in yourself.
Yeah, belief in myself is an embedded thing. But yeah, the challenges. This challenge was actually enormous, and thanks to the entire team who worked day and night to get this done. It was actually not an easy one.
Okay. So as you were coding this, I'm sure that you must have came across very, highly pressured situations. So what are some strategies that you follow to keep you at peace or to avoid that work stress?
Honestly, I don't take much of pressure. I believe that pressure creeps up to you when you micromanage things, right? But to me, I think I set clear expectations with my team. Give them complete freedom, as I told you, right? And once there is a problem, 99% of the time, my team takes care. And there are few off days where I'll have to work extra, put in that extra effort. But I think it's quite easy when you delegate things and when you don't micromanage, give that freedom to your team to perform. I think they come out successful and they never disappoint you. And that's been my learning over these years.
So how do you balance, your leadership role and your personal well-being?
As I said, leadership comes to me naturally. I also believe in work-life balance, right? So I cut the day into kind of 4 halves, right? Four quarters. You have a 24 hours a day, right? So let's say 9 hours in office, 7 hours you sleep. That makes it 16. 4 hours travel on the higher side, right? That's 20. You still have 4 hours for yourself. If somebody says they don't have time, I think they're probably not managing their time very well. But I think to me, it's nicer. A lot of people don't believe if I say I go to bed at 8:30.
It's unbelievable.
Yeah, so I go at sleep at 8:30. I wake up at 4 o'clock in the morning. I still go to office, spend that 8-9 hours. I still have my own time. So it's all about, I think, managing time, and it's pretty easy.
Okay. So can you tell me who are your role models who have inspired you along the way?
25 years I have in this industry. I've met a lot of people. I've been very fortunate to work with great leaders. A lot of people whom I learned, right? Not only bosses, even your subordinates or your younger ones. You learn a lot. I think I can name a few. To start with, Mr. T. Johnson, who is the founder of St. John Freight Systems. I had the privilege of working or directly reporting into him when I was in Tuticorin. So that was a great learning experience. He was hands-on. That's something I learned from him. He was in a big position, but then he was hands-on. He know what exactly is happening in the industry or with this team and so on. So that's something with him. Then Mr. Seshan, who is right now with KCA Lines Indonesia. To me, he taught me how to be with the team, how to encourage your team, and so on. So he was never a boss to me. He was kind of a great leader, good friend. Then it was Mr. T. N. Sitaraman, who is now a founder of Ocean Masters. He is an encyclopedia. He is a man with a bundle of knowledge, but very humble and modest. So he was an inspiration. And my colleague right now, Mr. Pradeep Raman, he's right now the CEO for WIS Southeast Asia. He's very younger than me, probably 5-6 years, but I think lots of learnings from him. The is never die attitude. He never gives up. So those are great things which I picked up from Pradeep. And last but not the least, Mr. Ramkumar Ramachandran, who is my boss. So he meeting every day is talking to him every day gives you a lot of energy boosting, and how to manage a team, how to keep the team happy, how to keep the team motivated, engaged, right? So I think majority of the people who work in WIS or with Ramkumar had already crossed 10 years. It's already my 11th year with him. So these are few to name, but a lot many are there. But to cut it short, few names.
Okay, so thank you for sharing that with us. So can you give us a freight forwarder's point of view of how the South Indian market is?
South Indian market, which covers Karnataka, Kerala, Tamil Nadu, Andhra and Telangana, has evolved a lot in terms of infrastructure and industrial corridors and so on. But there are still a lot of challenges, right? But I think these regions liking to embrace technological advancement, I think that's bringing a lot of investments into this place. I think with all those, I think we should be able to get over whatever minus points we have, I would say. And
from a freight forwarder's point of view, how do you think the South Indian market is?
South Indian market, which covers Tamil Nadu, Kerala, Karnataka, Andhra Pradesh and Telangana, I think it's definitely on an upward trajectory. Thanks to the industrial boom, initiatives by the governments and also the infrastructure which is getting built. So I think Chennai, Hyderabad and Bangalore are growing very fast, and it can actually make South as the prominent industrial corridor in the very near future. Right. So it's, to answer your question in a nutshell, I think it's doing very good. And it's in an upward trajectory.
Okay, so logistic industry, expects a 24/7 commitment. How do you see that?
I already told you I sleep at 8:30. So there are days where you have to put in that extra hours. But as I told you, if you have a team where it's properly empowered, set the expectations right, and young team, I think they will go do the job for you, and you can actually have a nice sleep. I think it's all about the team, setting and empowering them. As long as you don't micromanage things and then give that empowerment to the team, make them perform, I think they will be with you and you can peacefully sleep. So having said that, there are days you have to do that extra hours, but definitely that's gone are those days where the logisticians were like policemen.
So, what is your perspective on recruiting fresh graduates?
Okay, in my team, 20% of my team members are freshers. The good thing about taking a fresher is they come with fresh ideas, great energy, intent to work, and they've got the drive to be successful. And I make use of them. So only thing you will have to do is you will have to put the right person to the right job, train them. I think they can turn out to be great assets for you. Probably I think 90% of the people, freshers whom I took, are still with me for the last 5 years. So and they've grown. I've taken them as a management trainee or a junior executive. I think few of them have already crossed manager level in 5 years. So as I said earlier, as long as there is a right intent and the drive to learn, make that extra effort and go that extra mile, this industry can offer in plenty. And of course, freshers can look up to logistics, and they don't have to wait 25 years to where I've reached. So yeah, so
Thank you so much. We've come to the end of the interview. It was inspiring, impactful, and I think it was with great intentions. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much. Pleasure talking to you.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Thanks for tuning in to the Logistics Spotlight, where we bring you the logistic heroes from behind the screen. If you really enjoyed this episode, subscribe, like, and comment, and show love to the logistic heroes. Thank you.